also distributing zakat. So in our previous class, we discussed about the differences between zakat and other things like tax, discussed about that, and also we looked at how the zakat promotes integrity. Then we discussed about the eight. We started with the 8 recipients of zakat. These are the people who are discussed, who are mentioned in the Quran. And we discussed about the poor, the needy, and the zakat collectors. So today we'll continue. We'll discuss about the rest, and another recipients of zakat are the new converts. So who are these new converts that we're talking about? So these are referred to as the sympathizers. Why? Because they are people who have just converted or embraced Islam and they need help to settle down and strengthen their faith. So most of the time, because you're saying these are the mu'allafa, these are the sympathizers. And we say when they convert or embrace Islam, most of the time their families they do isolate them in a way. So they need people, they need now the Muslims to help them so that they can deal with their life and also strengthen their faith, because they have just converted now and it's a new faith. So it's like they become like stranded in a way and they need help. So it's as a Muslim or as Muslims, it's now our duty to help these new converts so that they don't revert their religion just because of the hardship that they are going through in their life. So those are another types or another recipients of zakat. So another recipients who are mentioned in the Quran, these are the captives. The captives. So who are these captives? These are the people who are the prisoners of war. They have been hostage and they need ransom. They need money to pay off their freedom. So when we know that most of the time when we had talked about the battles in we had mentioned or we had maybe you have heard about the battles, like an example the battle of Badr, which we'll talk about later on when we'll be discussing about history of Islam. So when we talk about the battle of Badr, battle of Uhud, battle of Khandaq, so most of the time, those are just examples. So most of the time when the other group win, so there are prisoners who are captured. So these are the ones whom we are calling captives. So they are the prisoners of war, and now most of the time they're given a chance to ransom their freedom, to pay off their freedom. So they can be given zakat so that as ransom to pay their freedom or to secure their freedom. So these are another recipients of zakat. So another recipients of zakat are the debtors. Who are these debtors? So these are Muslims who have suffered or who are suffering from debt through halal transaction. So we are mentioning halal transaction. So the debt that they are incurring should have been transacted in a halal way. And zakat can be used to pay off their debt, which they cut to meet their basic needs. So they use the debt maybe to buy food. So as Muslims, we can give them zakat so that they are able to pay their debts. So these are, and point to note is that the debt should have been transacted in a halal way. If it's haram, then they should not be given zakat. But the debt should have been through a halal transaction. So these are another group or another recipients of zakat. Another recipients of zakat also, these are fi sabilillah, those who are in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what is people? So zakat percent can be used to finance any form of struggle or cause for the love of Allah, or the sake of Allah, such as da'wah, or also sponsoring students, educational expense, and etc. So we say that fi sabilillah, so they are doing that thing because of the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or for the sake of Allah. So like da'wah, nowadays alhamdulillah we have many groups that they travel to different places for da'wah. So they can be financed by giving them zakat, so that they continue with their da'wah. And also we have students who want to continue with their education, but because of their economic situation they cannot do that. So they can also be given zakat to finance their education. So these are for the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then we also have Ibn Sabil. Ibn Sabil, these are the wayfarers. So these are stranded travelers. So they are traveling out, they are travelers, and they are they are stranded. But their journey is a lawful journey. So it's a lawful journey, and who are in difficulty and may need assistance to cater for their travel and basic needs. So these are travelers. They're not traveling for da'wah, no, but the reason that they're traveling is a lawful reason. Maybe they want to meet somebody, they want to do something lawful, but they are stranded. They have not enough money to cater for their basic needs. So they can be given zakat, or money in form of zakat, to cater for their travel and also their basic needs. So those are the 8 recipients of zakat. We say we have the poor, the needy, the zakat collectors. We have the zakat collectors. Then we have the new converts. We have the captives. We have the debtors. We have the wayfarers. Those who are in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then we have the wayfarers. Then those are the 8 recipients of zakat. So let's look at the conditions for the payments and also for distribution of zakat, or for zakat distribution. So we'll start with the conditions for zakat payment. So what are these conditions that one must follow or observe before paying zakat? So before you pay zakat, there are conditions that you must follow. One of the conditions is that one paying it must be a Muslim. So when you're paying zakat, you're saying you must be a Muslim, because if you are a Christian or you're following another religion, then you're not supposed to pay Next part.